Yes, I pressed the envelope. Welcome to the Michael ALPOUGH Life, Love, and Laughter Show, episode 27, 420 day. Yeah, 420. Wow, 420, year 20, the year that Arizona legalized marijuana. I think where I'm from in Missouri, they just legalized it too. Holy crap. How long did it take you? I know I was going to say how to talk to a lady tonight. That's another subject because all I kept doing was, as I was writing it, is working on my show, and I kept coming up with jokes that I'm saving. But I do have a few tonight because it is a great day. It's a great day, even with all the things that have gone on. I talked about the George Floyd deal this morning. Hope everyone's having the peaceful day. What the beauty of this thing that happened, it is 420, and maybe people won't be running out rioting or whatever. Okay, now we can take a pause. So in my apple juice here, we're relaxing, and I'm going to tell you my history of marijuana and the evolution of what it is for me. So sit back. If you got something to burn or you just want to learn, stick in here with me. Let me start off with my sativa. You see, sativa wakes you up. See, there's different kinds of marijuana. There's the sativa, which is what you can study on, and then there's the indica. And indica kind of mellows you out. So I'm going to take a hit of wedding cake. That's what this is called. See, now old guys like me, we can't be smoking no bongs anymore. We have to smoke the distilled cartridges that are temperature gauged so that it doesn't bong you out. Okay. So here's wedding cake. Yes. Yes, and this is my show, and I'm a comedian, and I am me, and so I wanted to do this because it is, and I want to be clear about this. 420 took me 48 years to be legalized. 48 years. You realize in 2020, the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, won the Super Bowl. It took them 50 years to get back. I'm like on top of the world, right? Then they passed the marijuana. I'm even more on top of the world. And then the COVID came, and I'm on top of the world because at least I got the cheese, and you can smoke now without any repercussion. And one of the most exciting things was the first time walking into one of those dispensaries and not being scared. And people now are more free to talk about it. It's like it's out in the open, and it's just really an incredible thing to have this finally. Okay. There's been 94,000 like alcohol related deaths, not to mention accidents, but there's no statistics on how many people were on the influence of marijuana. Okay. It's quite drastic on what it is. So it was always a peaceful thing. It really was. It was always about, there's that old line. Hey, you get in a fight. Look, hey, man, let's fight. All right. Okay. We'll fight, but we have to take a hit. Okay. Some marijuana first. Okay. All right. Mm. Mm. Hey, man, what was we fighting about? We was fighting about where we were going to 7-Eleven or Quick Trip, man. Well, let's go to both, okay? All right. So I'm going to tell you the first time for me. All right. So it was in 1973. I'm a friend of mine who had been, asking, like, hey, you want to do this? And it was a lady, I went to high school with. And so she was ahead of me, even though she was, 2 years behind me. So she gave me a joint. I never even seen one. I kind of knew what they were, but I was curious. You know what I mean? No, I'm a sophomore. Yeah, I'm a sophomore. No, she was 1 year younger than me. So she said, listen to Santana, Soul Sacrifice, and Black Sabbath 4. And back then, we all had those albums. It was just like automatic, Santana. This was during Woodstock and all that stuff. Okay, right? So I listened to those things over and over again. I think my brother was with me. And it just opened up the music. It was really cool. All right. So after that, I must have turned on 25 people. And that was just the first night. Yes. So 48 years later. So here you are back in that day. And you think, well, surely in the next 10 years that it's going to be legalized. And sure enough, Jimmy Carter, boy, he took a lot of guts. Jimmy Carter wanted to put it on as a law that marijuana was legal. And that was one of the things that cost him the presidency. Because then they said, you want to legalize the gateway, to other things. Okay. Maybe somebody tries other stuff, but usually at the end of the day, this is the bystander. Okay. Now I'm a burner, just to let y'all know. Can you see that? Trying fucked yo, Travis. Tell everybody I'm up here, man. Talking about my boys. And also, this is my Hogan Ram to my high school, Bishop Hogan High School. We call it the hole on the hill. What's a Hogan? But it was a great school. I enjoyed the time I was there. It was all hard for all of us. We all thought we all had it difficult. No, we didn't. We had a good time. And I still know some people there. So I never smoked like with my parents. So we were down in the basement. My parents, I had this spray because I cleaned the church. They had that spray, and my parents told me, years later, we knew you were smoking down there. We just didn't want you to be out on the street. See, smart parents. So my dad, of course, caught me, found it. Right. He said, he said, you're not going to smoke that shit. I got to smoke that shit down in Texas. But they said it was addicting. So I don't touch that shit. Neither should you. And so I said, like a smart ass. So being an alcoholic was easier, huh, Pops? Because in our next generation, it was back that. As a matter of fact, so when we had holiday parties, teenage years, we have holiday parties. Now we're going. So now everybody else is growing up. We're all smoking. So now we all sneak off. As soon as we get to who's ever left this room, we all sneak off. So now the adults are just left alone, and they know where we are. And you know what? They didn't care because what they felt it was, well, at least they're not sneaking our alcohol. So I found my first marijuana guy who in high school. We had the Landing, the first indoor shopping center, I believe, in America, the Landing. All right. So we'd meet over there, and my buddy, who I can't say his name because he's very successful, and he would bring us our nickel bag for $5. $5, $20 for an ounce. You ain't getting no ounce for $120 now. Okay. Which tells you, okay. So it was much easier and it was much cheaper. And what they did was they would put, oh, wait a second. They started raising the prices, and I know they started making it better. Okay, so the more they started making it better, the more the price went higher. When I know, because I had grown, you trust me, man, what it takes to do one, it takes to do the other. All right. So I don't know why the price, it's actually easier to make it now. So where I've come from with it now is that it is medical. You know, all kidding aside, it has helped so many people because, especially with these, because the smoke is much more, it's much harsher on the lungs, and only literally 27% of the THC actually gets into the lungs, and the rest is just fills the lungs. And so what they do with here is they take the oil, they squeeze the oil literally out of the bud, and so it turns into this oil, and it's able. Then they add a little concentrate, but it's distilled and it's pure and clean, and there are no chemicals. And right now, which I don't buy marijuana in the dispensaries. I really don't even smoke it because of the all the different preservatives that they put and what they grow it with. See, this is what's come out. Because when they grow it in these artificial places, not outside. Now, so when you get older, your lungs, you shouldn't have that kind of smoke in your lungs anyway, And so so what this is doing, and you can put CBD, it also has CBD in it. Okay. So it has this, but it also has CBD oil. And it's all in a pure, clean state. And so you can take something like this where you can, you make the temperature. Okay, you can't kind of see that because of the line here. But it can make a temperature of blue, green, yellow, red. So that it's much easier on people. And I have seen results of people who are shaking from Parkinson's and multiple sclerosis, and how it has helped them. And it really does help. Now, one of these things here that's going on is that the stressful times that we're on, and it's always made to have us in caution mode or flight or fight mode. Okay. And so it helps calm very much. I'm definitely believe that marijuana can help people. And I think that they should let everyone out in Arizona right now. They should let everybody out who have a marijuana charge on them. And some, it's not even, it's not even a high amount. I mean, before it was legalized here, if you were caught with it in your car, it was a felony. I had purchased a license. It was $300, which I thought was way out of whack. They were just waiting to make sure that they could get the highest price before they legalized it. That's why it took, so long. When it's very frustrating because now it's being taxed at about 25% also. So when you go in there, it's 25 cents on the dollar. Okay. So it's very, very expensive. Just, in a sense, I go in there when they have sales, like a buy one, get one, buy one, get one free. And so something like this would cost, you can't see it because of this would cost $40. Okay. $40 for this. Not too many people smoke. I'm Snoop, man. Snoop Dill Double JJ. Hey, Snoop. Hey, you ain't much more. You getting old, my friend. We're close in age. I'm telling you them blunts. I'm going to warn all you about those who are smoking blunts. Believe me, I was a blunter. Okay? I did a lot of studies on this, man. You're going to have to get away from it sooner or later. It does ruin your health long term. Okay, my black brothers, my Negro brothers, remember that, man. I told you this. Now, you're young right now, but later on, and look, you can maybe do it with your homies and stuff and then do this on the side. Plus, it's better. It's better buzz. This is better. This is a better buzz. Okay. You can get this at 99% THC. All right. And it's better on your lungs. Much better. Because you can't breathe. You can't live. It's as simple as that. Doing aerobics, it doesn't really have anything. It doesn't hurt me. I don't really feel it at all. I never feel it in the morning or nothing. But I knew whenever I'd go back that messed with my lungs. I was somebody who, okay, I'll be honest. I was kind of a cheech. Yeah, I was called Cheech. Hey, man. Got any special kind of man? Yeah. I'm in a good mood, okay? I've never smoked on camera before, and it feels good. I feel real good about myself. That's what Snoop says. It seems to come out when you do, okay? So, 420 is really 48 for me, okay? 48 years between the time that I first smoked and the time that it was legal that I could walk into a dispensary without either a license. I had a license, but $300 to walk in when I'm used to buying a nickel bag, and I sound like one of them old farts, Hey, Sonny, when I used to spend $5 for a bag back in the day. He said, what day? Before there were days? Kids. But don't be jealous now. Don't be jealous. We had it back then. So I've given you my little 420 thing. Listen, I am working on my next comedy skit, and it is coming real soon. All right. This got me. Of course, I'm sitting there 420 in it, and all I got is jokes coming out of me. And here I got to go show. I was supposed to do this. And then all of a sudden it's like, let's have some fun. Okay, so let me see. What do I finish with? Okay, this is not the wedding cake, and let's see. This is banana. Banana. See, it tastes like banana. Mmm. Mmm. Pure with that CBD in it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We had a good show tonight. We're gonna have a better one tomorrow. When your heart, your mind is troubled, fill it with love. Fill it with love. Hey, hey, fill it with love, man. Fill it with love.